All right, hey, look, we got everything fabbed up for the most part. We're gonna put some beams and stuff across it, build a duck blind, which you've already seen. But now what we're doing is we tore everything down and we're stripping it. Paint stripper, got the boat up against the tree. We're stripping this joker, trying to get the paint back to regular aluminum so we can put our coat on it for later on. So we got some airplane stripper on here, which we've been putting on. See how it kind of bubbles up right here? But now what we're gonna do is we're gonna take a pressure washer, pressure wash that junk right off. So now what we're done is we're at a point now we're gonna flip, start working on the top side, but we're getting there. Paint's starting to come off, probably gonna sand it too. As you can see, it looks a lot better. It's got a better angle on it. It's starting to look a little different, but we still got some more work to do, but we're getting there. So we got the boat somewhat prepared. It's got a little bit more work to do. We got to clean some stuff off, but we're going to end up doing a lot more work when it comes time to having everything squared away and putting HydroTurf on and building the decking and all that stuff. So that's kind of our next big project, but we're done for the weekend. We're just now going to build it out and go home for the week and try and prepare for what's next. What is up, guys? Hey, look, today I was coming in, wasn't really excited to work on the boat. Got a call last night that the sandblaster had jacked up the hull of the boat, and obviously if you jack up the hull of the boat, you're in trouble and the boat's not gonna be seaworthy or water-worthy. Today, I got here, was talking to Phil, and he said, come look at this, and he shows me. He said, look man, the sandblasting looked good, but here's the problem where they screwed it up. And he shows me the spot, and I'm madder than hell. And then all of a sudden, I just started grinning from ear to ear. They got me, they pranked me. It's been a week, but they pranked me and they got me good. So we're excited about what's coming. And yeah, we're gonna get on this project today. So the boat got sandblasted, as you can see. We got some wood to build our decking today. This is a spot they told me peeled back right here, but we already knew it had a little bit of integrity issues, and instead what they did was they pulled a prank on me and got me with, they welded it and got it all squared away. So boat's been sandblasted, light coat of sandblasting, looks pretty doggone good. Supposed to put some primer on it this week, tonight or today, and we're gonna build the deck system out and epoxy the deck as well. So right now we're doing the template for our flooring. We're putting 1/4-inch sheet plywood down, but right now we want to get everything set up and organized to do what we need to do. Doc's over here trying to work on it and get it all squared away on his side. My side's already in, as you can see. So yeah, we're just working on it, about to cut a little bit and go from there. All right, so we're basically at the point now where we can cut our bottom decking templates. We've already got them drawn on to the wood, and we got everything set up to cut. I'll show you here in a second, all right? So we've got the back and the front bottom decking already squared away, drawn out at least. We got to cut them out. We're gonna use a circular saw, and then we're probably gonna have to go buy a jigsaw because we don't have one, but we'll get it all squared away and figured out. Follow along. What's going on is we got the deck mostly assembled for the most part, prepped and cut. We still gotta cut one more out, but we're trying to find the freaking template for it. Doc, what do you think it is? Is that it?
Well, it's not front, no, that's
Get rid of it! What about that one? Is that it?
no, that's the other side.
Get rid of it! Is that it? No, that's the front. What the hell? Get rid of it! There it is. Hey, we found it. Hallelujah. Doc, you glad we found it finally?
We found it. Oh.
Well, we finally got the decking done for the most part. Got a couple small things we got to tweak on it, but it's getting there. Starting to take shape. Still got some things we're working on here. Hopefully, we can hold off on the weather and get the primer squared away today. Get some primer on it. We'll see. What is up? Hey, we got this moving. We got the rear deck squared away. We got all the front decking cut. We got to finish it tomorrow. We're going to epoxy it tomorrow and cut out some spots for hinges and things like that. It is hotter than a mug out here. I think it's like 100 degrees with a real feel of about 115. So we're about to flip this joker over, prep it, and try to get some primer on the outside today. We still got to pull the transom later on down the road and pop some rivets and stuff like that, but we're not too worried about it. We're just trying to get a coat on the outside now that we got it sandblasted. So just coming along. we're getting there. All right, we just flipped the boat over. We're about to rinse it off, get some of this gunk and stuff off of it. We've already had it sandblasted. And now what we're gonna do is use some Dawn dish soap, degrease it, rinse it, and then we're gonna put some acetone on it, clean it. Then we gotta do it again, and then we're gonna put primer on it. Let's get to work. All right, we got our Alumahawk about to go on. Thinned it with some MEK. Doc left a little bit wet, obviously. You can see the water down there. But he's putting it on thin coat. Just do one at a time here. And then from there, he's just gonna make it happen. So, MEK and acetone get you high as a kite if you're not careful. Right. Man, this thing looks good with that green on it. So what we did was we got some Alumahawk John Boat green, put it on here. This is just one coat on the bottom. We haven't painted the inside yet, but we got it going in the right direction. Man, this thing looks slick. Got to do another coat later on down the road, but the weather's starting to get a little trashy, so we're gonna pause for the day, let this thing dry. It's still about 100 degrees out here. So we'll let it dry and go from there. Man, this thing looks good. Can't wait to have this thing done. It's gonna be sick. Well, it's hotter than a mug today. We're back at it, cutting templates, as you can see, and all this pile of wood, we got to cut a couple things, drill a couple holes, and epoxy the rest of that there. But we're getting there. Just trying to get all our decking built today, or at least fabbed up and cut, and got the epoxy on it, and we'll go from there. It's hotter than Hades right now, but we're staining, putting some epoxy resin on our decking and our floors. Just got the first coat down on the top side. We'll have to flip these over and get around the edges as well. One thing I will say I'm impressed with so far is this West Systems 105 epoxy resin, 2-part resin. Super easy. Make sure you get the pumps. Pumps are easy. It's a 5-to-1 ratio. But so far, so good. The only thing you don't want to do is don't get it in your eyes. I had to go run and rinse my eyes out because I thought I got some in, but instead I got it pretty close. So make sure you got your rec specs on when you're playing with epoxy. You don't want to get that crap in your eyes because that could ruin your day and your life. So get your glasses on, protect the eyeballs, and make sure you have gloves on too. It's hotter than Hades. It's like 100 already, and we got our little tarp. But yeah, make sure you protect your eyeballs. Well, I screwed up. So what happened was bought this West 105 and the 205A hardener, which is fast hardener. It's 100 degrees outside, and unfortunately it's soaking up into the wood a heck of a lot faster than I thought it was going to. So we're having to put it on a little thicker so it'll soak and do what it needs to do so we can epoxy and resin the wood so it can be watertight. Unfortunately, I didn't get enough. We're done for the day because I screwed up and I've got to order some more, but it's hotter than heck. I'm ready to get a cold drink and I got to get back on the road. So go ahead and like, follow, subscribe, all that fun crap that everybody tells you to do on any video. And yeah, we'll get some more stuff to you soon.